Back with another video on Kendrick Lamar's amazing, very experimental new album entitled Damn, period. Okay. The Damn is amazing. Okay. Now, for one of the things, I really love this album cover. I think that this album cover is very, 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 very shows a lot of expression, and it shows just a lot of things that Kendrick is going through in his daily life. And I really, really like the fact that he kind of got a little model pose going on in this album cover. It looks like sort of like a movie. I really like it. I really think it's dope. Kendrick Lamar, okay? If you all don't know who Kendrick Lamar is, Kendrick Lamar has been in the game for a good 6, 7 years now. He's been out. He's been about. He has mixtapes. This is his fourth album. Guys, if you remember, I did a review on To Pimp a Butterfly. Now, as I can recap, at the time when they first came out, it had to grow on me, but then it eventually grown on me, and it became one of my top listers of an album. It's a top lister album, and I really liked it. This album, I think, is way much more expression. It has much more of a life story. It just tells a lot about what Kendrick is going through and his inner thoughts. Thing he puts a lot of religion, and he's very experimental with his sounds. And as you know, he's a Gemini. Geminis are very, very, they like to do weird things with their voices. They like to tell stories. And he's very, very poetic. He tells stories. A lot of people, might be kind of, some people might be a little iffy when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. But once you really get the picture of what he's talking about, you will understand his segment. So the first song, this is a 1 through 14, tracks 1 through 14. The first song was just a little interlude called Blood. He was just telling a story about he met a lady on the sidewalk, and he was asking her if she could lend a hand. And I don't know if she killed herself. I don't know, what it was, really the dealio. But I heard a gunshot, and he's from he's from Cali. So out there, the violence, gun violence is a mess out there. So, but I really, really like the little interlude that it had. It was dope. It started off like a Quentin Tarantino movie, kind of, sort of. When I heard it, I'm like, okay. Then the next song is DNA. It brought up a real hard beat. He's just talking about, he has a billionaire blood in his DNA. He has riches in his DNA. He's a boss. Okay, he's basically saying he's a boss, and it's all in his DNA. And I really, really like the beat. I really like the song. I think it's dope. The next song is Yeah. It's very, very old school. It's an amazing song. It's like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. I listened to it. I thought that it was a pretty dope song. The next song is Element. He's basically saying he's the element. And I really, really like the beat. I really think that it has a nice little storyline to it. It's dope. The next song is Feel. He just talks a lot about his feelings. And the beat is very, very nice. He's just basically saying he feels like, he just talk about the things that troubles him, and he kind of feels like people are not, his behind, the people that say that they have his back don't really have his back. He feels that people are not praying for him, or he just feels like he doesn't have a right hand, or he just feels like he doesn't have a helping hand, sometimes. And I really, really like that. Loyalty featuring Rihanna. Now let me just get into this. I really love this song. It just talks about loyalty. It just talks about, I want to say the song could be probably talking about a relationship or whatever, but Rihanna really kind of had a nice little flavor voice on this song. It's got a nice little dope beat to it. It's probably one of my favorites of the album, and I was listening to it. I really, really like how Rihanna did with the song. The next song is Pride. It just talks a lot about how people hold on to their pride, and I really, really like it. Kendrick always has different ways of, expressing, himself, and I really, really like. I really, really thought that the song was pretty cool. You know, Humble is the banger of the album. It's one of my favorite songs. The video is everything. I didn't get a chance to do the video, but I'm glad he still put this song on the album. It's just one of my favorite songs on the album. And just Bitch Sit Down. Be humble, okay? You know, you got a lot of people that talk all that stuff, a lot of people that try to be something that they not, a lot of people that think that they're better than people. And I really, really like the message of the song. You know, he just saying, sit your ass down and be humble for a change. You know, I really, really like it. I think it's dope. The next song is Lust. It talks about the many lusts of the world that people go for, you know. And I really, really, I thought that the song was very, very different, unique. It was very, very outspoken on it. The next song is Love. I think that this is a very nice song, also featuring Zakari. I thought that this was a great, great song talking about he's in love. You know, it's really good to see that, you know, rappers take the time out sometimes to make these types of songs, because you know rappers always, you know, have that hardcore image. So I really, really like the fact that he did really, really did take the song to talk about a person that he is in love with. You know, possibly. And I really, really like it. I don't know if he's in a relationship. He probably is. Either he is or he isn't. He's in love, or he's talking about a past relationship, or you know, or whatever. Now, XXX featuring U2. Now, let me just say this. I really, 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 really thought that this song had too many different personalities in one. You know, Kendrick has this thing where he's a three songs in one track type of person. Now he always does, like he'll have it sounding different, and have it sounding going to another. That's that Gemini shit. I can't keep up with it. That's the Gemini shit. Okay. I like the song. He was, you know, the things that he was saying in the song were very, very important. You know, he talked a lot about just a lot of things. He channeled a lot of different situations in the song, and I really, really like it. I don't really know who the YouTube person was, but I really couldn't catch, you know, the YouTube person, or but I really liked it. The song. The next song is Fear. It just talks about fear. Everybody is afraid of something, and I really like the fact that he really, really did channel within the song his fears, his inner fears. You know what fears him, what his troubles are. I really like the song. And then it kind of goes into the next song. It transitions into God. Okay. I really, really like this song. I think that this song is just amazing. The beat is nice. It's very chill. He just talks about this is how God feels. This is what God feels like. You know, he's a very, very religious person, as you all know. Geminis have this thing where they are deep in religion. That's one thing I do know about a lot of Geminis. You know, and I really, really like the fact that he really took the song. He dedicated the song to the Lord, and that's good. So I really like that song. I can give him kudos to that. Duckworth is his last name, as you all know, and it's just basically he was really, really going in on this. It was a very old school beat. It was very, very straight to the point. You know, he was just freestyling and putting his thoughts into it, and I really, really liked it, the song. And then he did a little something weird at the end of it that I thought was really cool. And it was amazing. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this album a 9, because Kendrick Lamar, you know, is creative, and I hope he keeps up the momentum of hip hop, because he's very outspoken in hip hop. That's what hip hop needs right now, and I really, really like his tone of the album. You know, it hit me in different ways, and that's one of the things I like about what artists do. They hit, you know, I like for artists to kind of hit me in a different way, so I can kind of be like, I don't expect it. You know, I can be expecting something before I hear it, but then when I listen to it, I'll be like, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. So that's what he did, and I gotta give him his props for the album. I really, really like it. Kudos to him. Amazing, bruh. Kendrick, keep doing your thing. This is your boy Forever Brandon TV, coming back to you guys with another video. I do videos like this every day all week. It's hot, it's lit. Get into that old school, get into the realness of hip hop, because Kendrick got it for you. Deuces.